Hi, my name is Bertie Leroux and I'm a transformational coach. I help people to live a passionate and purposeful, deserved life. In this video, I just want to share with you another one of my personal stories. Lessons learned, and just share it with you because you too may have had these bad experiences that come across your road, and how do you do it and how do you handle them? When these things happen, there's very little guidance from anybody else. It's up to you to manage them and to take control of the situation and either accept or decide not to. It's all up to you. Now, the story I want to relate to you is when I was 16 years old. That was my last year in secondary school. I was passionate about sport, and the only thing I've done up to that point was sport. All different kinds of sports. I can honestly say I had never at that stage had a date with a girl. Not that I didn't like girls. Man, are they beautiful? Are they lovely? I just didn't have any interest. There wasn't time in my day to share with that part of my future. But a comedy of errors happened to my life. I did some athletics on the Friday, javelin, and I must have torn a muscle in my back. The next morning, there was a cricket match, and we were asked to bat first. So I didn't warm up. You know, youngsters, you ride with your bike to the sports field, so you warmed up. But for some dark reason, the muscle that I torn and I didn't know about on the Friday caused me a weakness in my back, and I dislocated my hip when I took a quick run. And I fell, and the whip went back into joint. But in the process of coming out, it broke off some bones, splinters, and muscles and ligaments, and so forth all over the show. So nothing was normal again. I had to beg the teacher to take me home because I couldn't do anything. If I picked up my arm, it was too painful. The whole body was really in trauma. So he took me home, and my parents, with a Sunday, when they saw that things had really not got our resident GP to come and see what's wrong with me, and not knowing anything about sport injuries, he just aggravated the situation by taking my leg and picking it up and turning me around and moving the other side. It was excruciatingly painful, but that caused the damage to my hip to be irrecoverable. They couldn't fix my hip. And I recall listening to the conversation my mum and dad had with him in the passage. Now, as I said, sport was my life. And here he says that I would never be able to play sport again, and I'll probably be on crutches permanently when I'm 25. I'm 16 years old. Life shatters. Nothing other mattered to me than sport. And that's gone, it's taken away. 6 weeks on crutches, hobbling along to school. Nothing wrong with you because nobody can see anything, so you are now looking like a person with a disability and treated as a person with disability. And I had no future. And I'm 16 years old, totally emotionally unprepared for this situation. But one day, through my tears, because I basically cried myself to sleep every single night, I just decided, that's it. I'm 16 years old. I'm going to play sport again. And even if I'm then on crutches when I'm 20, I've at least had 4 more years of sport. And that was my decision, and that's what I'm going to do. And I did exactly that. I started getting back on the sport field. Didn't participate in terms of the activities, but I started practicing, started running, started getting stronger. The next year I had to go to the army, conscripted into the army, as many other youngsters done those days. Now, I wasn't supposed to go to the army because of this injury. But fortunately, I had to post the letters. I did post them in the stormwater drain. So those messages never got to the army. I just said, I'll go to the army and I'll be strong and fit and I'll fight this. I did go to the army. During the army, I played provincial rugby, senior level. And I am today 69 years old. I'm still not on crutches. What is the lesson? What I'm trying to share with you is that we get tested through our lives, for often none of our own doing. But the question is, how are we going to handle it? Are we going to accept what happened to us or not accept it? What are we going to do to change this? Because so often challenges come to us and we expect other people to make our lives easier or better. You have to take control of your situation. This is an extreme situation. It's an extreme accident I had, but I became very strong in the army. I'm probably the fittest at that year in that section of the army division. I changed clothes twice because physically I just changed. But because I made a decision. I mean, it doesn't matter what came to me in the army. I just said, I'm willing, I'm doing it, capable. Now, it wasn't smooth going. A couple of times my hip would come out of joint and I will fall and something will happen and something goes wrong. But I became stronger and fitter. My body fought this later on in my life because obviously the wonderful thing about our body is that it takes control of things that doesn't work properly. It takes over. So the other side of my body started taking over from my hip on the right hand side that is not functioning properly. So they took over and that caused some problems, yes. But like I say, I'm living a life full. I've played sport, 100%, still do. Yeah, my kids lately start saying, Dad, act your age, when I fell off a horse again. That was a near death situation. But it's your life to live. If you accept the things and you just sit back, what are you going to do? People ask me, you are 69, you should retire. I say, what is retire? The only thing that I can do now is to rewire, do something different, to take a new challenge up in my life. Yes, what I've done before in finance, commercial, or HR, or whatever the case may be, history, experience, wisdom. What am I going to do with that going forward? I ask you, what has happened to you? What, if I may say so, disability do you struggle with every day? And some of the disabilities could be visible for people, external. Others are internal. You have challenges with your mental health. What are you doing to take control of it? Or you're also entrusting your future to a doctor's prognosis, and then have an excuse, have a certificate. I've got this problem. I cannot do this. Yes, you should not do this. Why not? Just check. Maybe you can. Maybe you can get fit. Maybe you can get strong. And there's so many in your organization. As a young scholar, what are you doing? You are competing with kids much bigger than you because they are early developers or you're not. What are you doing? How are you preparing yourself to be competitive in that environment to those people that has got other skills, other strengths bigger than you, for example, or even smarter than you? I mean, there's successful business people worldwide that didn't complete high school. They have no formal education after school, and they're extremely successful. Why? They have learned to believe in themselves, follow their passion, have a defined purpose, and they become prosperous. I will never look back and say, the doctor ruined my life. The doctor gave me an opportunity to change my life. And I want to leave that with you. Whatever happened to you, use it as an opportunity to change your future. Your future. It's all up to you. Don't entrust it to anybody else. Thanks for watching. Please follow me on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, and see you in the next video.